Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Elijah King YouTube thing. And today, we are bringing you guys some more Elijah King Talks. If you don't know what Elijah King Talks is, I'm about to educate you. It's going to be a little talk show for me to do, whether it's just me or we have a guest like we do today, but I'll get into our guest here in a little bit. Where we kind of give our thoughts on BRW, the two of us learn a little bit more about each other and really just give a little interview for you guys to watch and a lot of fun, hopefully we have some laughs and some hilarity to this in a way. But that's about what Elijah King Talks is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our guest, first ever guest, inaugural guest of Elijah King Talks. Everybody give a warm servant's welcome, because you guys are my servants, to the aggressor, Ethan Cole.
What's up?
Now, I know you got a lot of questions for me and for BRW and all of that stuff, and we'll get to those in a second. But I actually have a few questions for you to answer. So, what is your hometown? Where do you live at?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philly, big Philly dude. How's the cheesesteaks?
Nice. They were good.
Are they the best though?
Yeah.
I'll leave the cheesesteak debate alone. But another question that I feel like kind of needs to be answered is, you have the title aggressor, but what does that really mean? What does that mean to you?
It means that I dominated and will continue to dominate.
He's got me scared. I'm just sitting here. I'm the interviewer. Look, I'm on my off time right now. I'm currently battling a little bit of a hiccup with my knee right now, so I'm not trying to get into any altercation right now on the show. Other than that, what's your finisher? What puts people away? Have you noticed?
I call it the fatal blow.
Okay. What does it consist of?
Well, it's like a suplex, but like...
It's like a brain buster?
Yeah.
A good brain buster can end the match. If you know how to do it right, it really could. So besides that, I think I only got like 2 or 3 more questions for you. And I guess those are going to be, where did you first get your passion for the world of wrestling?
Well, when I was younger, I used to watch all the different wrestling channels and stuff. And
right. I would advise you, we don't want copyright on this channel, so without naming the things, the channels, because obviously I don't want to have to deal with all that. How many would you say you watched as a kid?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. That's a good amount. That's a lot of content coming through. When was your first wrestling match?
About 2-3 years ago.
And so you've been on this for like 2-3 years. Have you done anything noteworthy so far?
I won a Rumble once.
That's about as noteworthy as you can get, other than being the BRW World Heavyweight Champion and Mr. Money in the Bank and being undefeated and having the quickest match in BRW history. But other than that, you're doing your own little thing. Now, last question that I'm going to get into is, when was the last time you wrestled? Because it took me a little bit of searching to find you.
It was a while ago. I suffered a big head injury, and I was out for a year or two.
Damn. I mean, it does happen, you know. I got a little tweak in my knee right now, so I'm taking a few days, you know, just kind of resting it, you know, watching myself, doing what I got to do to make sure I'm in tip-top shape to be, you know, defending my World Heavyweight Championship, you know?
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I think we've just heard about enough about you. Is there any questions you have for me or for BRW that I can answer for you?
All right, my first question is, who do you think is your equal in a match? Or at least as close as possible to an equal, since we all know that you are the king of BRW.
So first things first, I gotta shout out the respect right here from Ethan Cole. He knows who's in charge there in BRW. Well, first things first, there is no equal to the king. That's the first thing. Second thing, the only person I could say even ever had a chance at me was probably Bizob. And the only reason I would say that is because, you know, he held the title in his own little thing for a while. It was around 400 days, you know, pretty crazy reign, but I'm obviously looking to top that, but I've got all the potential in the world. But he still levels under me. Anything else?
Yeah, my second question is, what are your plans for this channel, and like just overall, what are your final plans to get it?
As far as plans for this channel, I don't really have any. This is kind of like whenever I got the time or whenever I kind of feel like putting something out there, you know, I'll do it. You know, possible like meetups and stuff about people wanting to see what's up. I mean, that will be on this channel. You know, like I said, like we're doing right now, little interviews. You know, Elijah King Talks is one of the things that I want to kind of do on this channel a little bit. Reactions possibly to some BRW videos. You know, the usual Q&As maybe in the future. Well, some more like in-depth Q&As. Other than, you know, like an Elijah King Talks would have.
So my next question is, who was your favorite person to fight in the ring, and how much did you enjoy the victory?
Okay, so I have two answers to this question. My favorite match was probably facing Bizob at whatever. You know, just being able to take that stick and just beat him like a kid that got caught stealing was about the best moment I've ever gotten to have. But as far as like match, like the full match, I gotta say against Farmer John, that dude, I mean, he's hilarious, but it absolutely has nothing to do with his humor. It's that he truly, at this point, I'm starting to truly think that he really believes he is some farmer from Idaho. I mean, it's completely false, you know, and nobody believes it.
Did he get his head smashed in or something?
Yeah, I mean, literally. After a match, you know, we were just hanging out, and I went to talk to Ajax about something I'm not going to disclose, and I found him with literally a drum in his head, and he was just out cold on the ground. I mean, nobody knows what happened to him, but I mean, he just got up and then started saying he was Farmer John, and he was here to just live on his farm. And then he tried to lock me in his farm and interrogate me for trying to check on him to see if he was okay.
Yeah.
Just a all-around weird dude.
So, my final question is, who is your, rival? Like, your person that is, constantly you're fighting?
My last true rival was Bizob. Heading towards anything currently, I'm going to be honest, I don't have a clue. Because a lot of people, see, the thing about being on the top is that, a lot of people seem to have their own claim to the throne. Everybody wants to fight me. And I don't really know why. I mean, I know I have the beautiful BRW World Heavyweight Championship around my waist, and they don't have it. But that kind of just takes a target and just throws it right on your back. So, I couldn't tell you who's my real rival right now. I don't feel like anybody who has even started to talk, start running their mouth has any claim to any kind of opportunity for a match with me.
Yeah. So I was looking through the comments on one of your videos, but for the Q&A, and I saw that Maximize called you out.
Yeah, so that whole thing with Maximize and really all of them, first of all, I just want to say to literally someone, I think, wherever you are, I'm going to find you, I'm going to whoop you. So I'm going to beat you like I beat Bizob at whatever. And we're going to see who's really in charge and who really didn't earn their BRW World Heavyweight Championship. But that's besides the fact. Maximize doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of Maximize. Maximize has not proven anything. If he really did, he would have had a title shot. He has been ducking any show I've came to. I've came to his fighting ground. And I didn't find Maximize. I found AK. And then proceeded to destroy him in 5 seconds. Not 5 minutes. Not 5 hours. I mean, hell, not even like a normal 7-minute match. I beat him in 5 seconds. And so, if Maximize really has even a somewhat hard time with AK, then I cannot imagine he will be any challenge for me. So really, he's not a worry for me.
So, I will address that you did defeat AK in record time, and you absolutely dogged him. So
Absolutely.
I was going to ask my next question that I think you've already answered, which was, who do you think is the weakest link in BRW?
See, that would be harder than you think, right? You would think it was AK, right? I mean, it should be cut and dry. He lost in 5 seconds. But the thing is, after that match, when I went in there to shake his hand, he tried to pull the fast one on me. Normally I do that to people.
Yeah.
But he tried to pull a fast one on me. I mean, obviously it didn't go his way, as we all saw. But at least he showed some modicum of maybe a brain cell inside of his big head. But Bill, I can't even pretend to act like there's any sort of brain cell there,
Yeah.
I mean, he's about as dumb gets. But I would still have to say AK, just because Bill has raw power.
Yeah. I was watching when you guys were in that alley, and he was just taking shots just over and over and not even feeling them.
Yeah, he's got He's got a lot of raw strength, a lot of raw power. He's got 0 brains. I mean, 0. And that's why I won the Money in the Bank ladder match at History in the Making. That's really where the journey took off for me, because the undefeated streak could have been beaten. But as soon as I won that Mr. Money in the Bank, I knew it was literally seconds away from me winning the BRW World Heavyweight Championship.
So my next question, you've almost basically fully answered, was when did you first, when was the first time that you knew, as soon as, something happened, you knew that you were going to be the next big guy?
As soon as I came. I mean, let me just say this, right? When I come hard. So, when I made it and went on there in my first match, and I laid out Bizob, I just knew from there that I was coming straight for the BRW World Heavyweight Championship. It was just a matter of time. Like I said before, the Money in the Bank ladder match really only sped up the process for the BRW World Heavyweight Championship around my waist.
So what do you think is your future in BRW? What would happen next for you? Because obviously you have a knee injury, but still not that bad when you need to vacate, but...
Of course, and here's the thing, I always say this, I'm a fighting champion. I'm, if how am I supposed to get over all these comments, these stupid comments about how my championship is just a fluke? If I don't continue to lay it all out there and prove why I am their king, then how can I disagree with them calling me a fluke if I don't, continue?
Yeah, that's entirely true, but I think that's all the questions I have for you today.
Okay, do you have any questions for BRW?
Not really, but I do have one question. Which is, hopefully, when they sign me. When will that happen? Hopefully.
Well...
And are you even technically signed?
Mr. Cole, let me go ahead and say this in the nicest way I possibly can. Right? Shut the fuck up. I don't sign people. This isn't some little rinky-dink operation where you can sit over here and try to pull a fast one to try and get on BRW.
Pull a fast one?
What do you mean? I'm scared of you. You are not allowed to use this to get on BRW. That's not what this is about. I don't sign people. If you want to talk about that, that's a whole different place at a whole different time. That's not for me.
I wasn't talking to you.
Who are you talking to then?
Nobody.
Well, guys,
Because you're nobody.
I'm a what? Hold on.
A nobody.
Hold on, I just need to take a break. You sit right there and give me a second. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's how it's done. Well, see that knee injury? I lied. I've been doing okay for a while. You know, I just didn't want to start something. But as soon as he started trying to, first of all, manhandle me and then start laughing as he tries to say that I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody. Hilarious. I want to get this fucking chair out of here. I want to get this one out of here too. This is the aggressor, Ethan Cole. And this is what happens when he likes to play games with Elijah King.
Uh-oh.
Come here. Get out of my set. Get out of my set. Come on. Get up. Get up. Run. That was Ethan Cole, everybody. This has not been the best first episode with the guest. Maybe next time will be a little bit better. But let me just end this off the best way I know how. I am Elijah King, and I am your king, and I am out.